What's up, guys? Back with another one. I'm Ryan, my man George.
What's going on, guys? How you living?
Man, Lost in Vegas, coming back at you another unbiased, real reaction.
Yes, free thinkers. What's going on, guys?
You know,
how y'all living?
you know it.
How y'all living?
You know it. So
First review.
The time has come.
First.
The time has come.
I know you guys have been asking us to do these damn album reviews, and we haven't done them for a multitude of different reasons, but we're ready. We're ready now to kind of start delving into doing these album reviews.
Like time. Time was the biggest reason.
And time is still a factor.
Yeah.
Time, our free time is still a factor, but we've made some adjustments in our personal lives to kind of get to these album reviews and doing more in-depth reviews a little bit more often now. So we chose XXXtentacion for a few different reasons. It's recent. It's a popular album. We've been getting a lot of requests for it, and from what it looks like, it's short as hell. Yeah. So that's like a nice little quick snippet album, it looks like.
To break us in. Into album review versions that we are.
Yes. I'm going to say pause. I don't like pause, but I'm going to say pause. How I'm looking at album reviews, this is going to be sort of an experimental thing. Yeah. We're going to have to probably iron out the kinks to this, because we're not used to doing it. But bottom line is, we're not grading shit. It's not going to be a grade scale. Oh, this is a 2.5, this is a 4, because I don't want to hear anyone's mouth. Well, how'd you give this album a 3, but you gave that album a 5? Either we like the album or we don't. And quite frankly, I don't really even believe in giving your final thoughts on an album when you're just hearing it. This is our first time hearing it, guys. So this is just going to be, our gut feeling on what we think of it initially. This, of course, can change. It can evolve over time. You know what I mean? But this is by no means our final thoughts on the project. It's just what we're feeling.
Gut reaction.
That's it.
Gut reaction.
That's it. So, and I think maybe we'll do something about our final thoughts, on albums maybe down the line or something like that. But we'll see. We'll see how this goes. So bear with us while we're working out the kinks. But I'm excited. It'll be something different for us to do.
Me too, man. So
looks like question mark is the album. I guess there is no title. It's just a question mark here. Yep. So let's see what's going on, man. He's kind of an interesting figure. He is, man. You know what I mean? He's all over the blogs every day. We don't really know too much about the kid other than some of the antics that we've seen of him in the news. But let's see what he's got.
To find the exact words, to find the perfect words, to say less but to say more, was ideal with this project. And
okay, to find the perfect words, to say less but to say more was ideal for this project. Cool. Giving us an idea of where he's going with this. I like it.
Yep.
So I offer this warning and set of instructions. If you are not open-minded before you listen to this album, open your mind. If you don't listen to the alternative sound and
you know what I like so far, what he said? You know how every song, when you first start an album, it's the introduction, right? He's like, these are instructions, right? These are instructions. So I think he's setting the stage of what's to come. And I like that he chose those words very carefully. I think this took some thought.
It did.
I think it took some thought. So I think so far, I'm kind of liking this because I really don't like intros. Because I'm like, just get to the project.
Get to the shit.
But, you know what I mean? I think he's giving us kind of a, seed planting what's to come. You know what I mean? I think it's going to be abstract. I think it's going to be different. So open your mind. And these are the instructions before you ride this ride. You know what I'm saying?
And I like that. I like that interpretation. But I do think that it is planting a seed. But is it planting a seed now that's going to make you feel as though you're not open-minded because you're not...
Because you don't like it?
You don't like it?
Gotcha.
So is he trying to kind of like protect himself?
Okay. That's a good
from pure criticism? Okay. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that's his intention, but I'm just saying just let the music speak.
Right.
Let the music speak. You don't need to give us instructions, brother. Let us just give us,
Right, I feel you.
Let us give you our pure opinions. But that was smart, though.
Yep, that was smart. All right. It's kind of like when someone knows that some shit's going to go, I got to set this up right. Yeah. I have to set this up right.
If you like lyricism, if you like construct cohesive projects, you ain't open-minded, man. This might not be for you.
Yeah,
you know
exactly.
what I mean? I'm just fucking around. So we'll see. Okay, man, so let's get into it. Song number 1, number 2, obviously after the introduction, is Alone Part 3. Let's get into it.
Yep.
can't seem to find someone's shoulder.
chord sound on this. I actually really like his melody in this so far. I think it's I think he has a knack for that. From what I've heard from XXXtentacion, is his ability to create decent melody. I like it. So far.
When I'm weak, do I go? My God, it hurts, I can't be calm. What do I do? Do I run? I'm tired of hate, tired of love.
Okay.
Yeah. So
I'm getting a Weeknd vibe from this. It
Okay.
reminds me of the Weeknd a little bit. When that beat dropped, it felt like something the Weeknd would make.
Okay.
Which isn't a bad thing. I
Yep.
actually think that was pretty cool.
So far in this song, I think he does sound alone. I think he picked the right melody. I think he picked the right background, eerie type of sound. So I think he captured that. I think he captured the essence of the title of the song.
And it's funny looking at the question mark. Is, you know, obviously he provided the instructions. It's like you can't. To me, it tells you can't categorize this type of album. So I'm getting the impression that it's going to be a mixed bag of a lot of different things, obviously based off of what he's saying. Hence the question mark. So
Yep.
Okay, let's keep it going.
She put my heart beneath her feet. She turned and left. The question was my word.
Okay.
I mean, I think he kind of captured the essence of the song, being alone, whether that's personal life, business life, work, whatever the case may be, relationships. However, I'm not really feeling the song in its entirety. But I do think lyrically and what he was saying, I think he captured the essence of the song.
I think the melody was captivating.
Okay.
And I think what he was intending to do with this is to provide a feeling.
Yep.
I think that's probably what he's going to be intending to do this entire record,
Correct,
based
correct.
off of his instructions, is to provide you with a feeling, right? It's capturing the emotion of being alone. You know what I mean? Lyrics weren't mind-blowing.
Right.
You know what I mean? What's my word? Pretty straightforward. But I did feel it.
Yep,
So
absolutely.
I think he may have
nailed
accomplished
that.
that.
Yeah, he
so
nailed that.
Just keep it going.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Spotlight, moonlight. Nigga, why you tripping? Get your Mariah. Shorty look good in the moonlight. All these pussy niggas so bad, mine. Spotlight, moonlight. Nigga, why you tripping? Get your Mariah. Shorty look good in the moonlight.
To me, this feels like a rough draft. To me,
Okay,
like
okay.
it almost feels like a skeleton of a song.
Okay.
Because I don't know if you've ever been in a studio and you've seen people record, or not even necessarily been in a studio, but you've seen the process of someone recording
Right.
a song. What happens is sometimes, you know, people try to find the groove. They try
Right.
to find the melody. They're finding something. And then once they find that melody, then they start punching in the lyrics, right?
Right.
It's almost like you hear
And
somebody...
they're almost crooning a little bit, and then you kind of get, yeah. I got you. Yep. I got you.
And that's what this feels like to me. It almost feels like it's like a rough draft, a skeleton of what
the finished product is gonna
of
be.
what it would potentially
Gotcha.
be. You know what I
Okay,
mean?
that's good feedback.
But I do like it. I do like the
I do
skeleton.
like it too. I do.
I think he has a knack for capturing a catchy melody.
Yeah.
And that's not an easy thing. So I do like that so far, but it does feel almost unfinished.
Like an unfinished product. Yep, I got you.
Feel like I'm destined. I don't feel no Smith and Weston now. Who are you testing? Focus, can't tell, here's your lesson now. Right?
Hey.
See?
Yep.
This is like exactly that.
Yep.
See, it almost
Yep.
sounds like he's
Yes.
he's
Yeah,
humming
yeah.
it.
Yep.
He's trying to find a melody that would work with the track, and it just seems like he was doing that, and he went with it. And maybe that was intentional. Maybe it was intentional for him to just have it raw that way.
Yes, yeah.
The lyricism, from my perspective on this, it just comes off empty.
Okay.
It comes off like he's not fully articulating his thoughts, right? It feels scatterbrained to me. You know, feel like I'm destined. I don't need a Smith and Wesson. Oh boy, who you testing?
Testing, yeah.
Fuck a Scantron. Here's your lesson. It's again, I think it's all about capturing a feeling.
Yep.
You know what I mean? But I don't know if I don't want it to be a crutch for artists though. When I'm looking at artists and I'm giving feedback, you know, capture a feeling, but don't use that as a crutch to just not articulate your thoughts and articulate those feelings well,
Right.
in the form of lyricism. You know what I mean?
I feel what you're saying. He's very like,
Right.
He's crooning. Like if you're a singer or something like that, that's what you do to find your tone, right? And you find like you get into the groove and you capture that feeling, and then you hit your lyricism. You know, whatever the song is gonna be.
Correct.
You know, so I get what you're saying.
Let's finish it up.
Yep.
It's a snippet.
Yep.
Should look good in the moonlight. All these pussy niggas so by mine.
Yeah, man. I have to say, the beat was catchy. I think the melody was catchy. But I have no idea what moonlight means at this point.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what we do. I mean, I'm not trying to be funny. I really am. I'm not. But I, you know, I'm pretty good at knowing what the song's about.
We're
you know
pretty good at breaking these
So-
lyrics down.
And I don't know what's going on here.
Yo, because looking at the lyrics, man, it's not very articulate.
Right.
Right. It's just, I feel like I'm destined. I don't need a Smith and Wesson. He says that here. All these niggas is pussy. Yada yada yada. So what are you saying? What is the message you're trying to convey in this song?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And I understand that it's about a feeling and a vibe.
And a vibe,
but I
yeah.
just don't think you should use it as a crutch to not articulate what your message is. And
Right.
I understand even being abstract, but it has to be coherent. It
Right.
just seems like
Right.
it's just scatterbrained and all over the place. So that's my issue with this particular song.
Yeah. If it's not gonna be clear, the message, the song's gotta be fire.
Yeah,
The song's gotta be like amazing. You know what I'm saying?
And to your point, are you saying that you don't think that the production and the melody and all these other things, all these other boxes that need to be checked, are making up for the fact
Correct.
that it's not
Correct.
coherent lyrically?
And I think it's groovy. It's
catchy.
groovy. It is catchy. Yeah, I'm not saying that. You know what I mean? But I don't know if it's catchy enough for me to
To make up for the lack of coherent,
exactly.
you know what I mean, lyricism. So,
Right. So-
I'm on the same page with that one. But catchy nonetheless.
Yes.
Catchy nonetheless. Okay. All right, let's get into the next joint. We're going to do Sad.
Someone that's afraid to let go. You decide if you're ever gonna let me know. Yeah, suicide if you ever try to let go. I'm sad, I know, yeah. I'm sad, I know, yeah. God gave her everything. She took my heart and left me lonely.
Okay.
I don't know if I know this guy's sound.
Which is exactly what he wants.
Yeah, you know.
He doesn't want to be categorized.
Right,
He wants
you
to be
know.
able to dip into rock. He wants to
Yeah.
be able to dip into folk, R&B,
Yep.
hip hop. He wants to be the question mark.
That this guy has unique, different sounds.
And which is why I'm entertained.
Yep.
Regardless of what I think about the album, I'm captivated. Each song
Yep.
has captivated me in some way.
Yep.
And I think that this is catchy as hell.
Yep.
Who am I?
Yep.
But the lyrics are a little,
Yeah, yeah.
who am I? Someone that's afraid to let go. You decide if you're ever gonna
Gonna
let
let
me
go.
know. Suicide if you ever try to let go. I'm sad, I know,
Sure.
yeah. So it's like someone who has like these sort of codependency issues, someone that's just attached
Right.
to someone. They can't let someone go. And they're so off, right? They're so mentally unstable that they're willing to commit suicide. You know what I mean? Just to try to keep that person in their lives. You know what I mean? So it's just disturbing, you know, that he's putting it in like a jingle format. It's like a jingle, but it's talking about like, I'm going to kill myself if you leave me, right?
Right.
So it's interesting, but it's catchy as hell.
Yep.
Being broken hearts contentious. I won't fix, I'd rather weep. I'm lost and I'm found, but it's torture being in love. Suicide if you ever try to let go. I'm sad, I know, yeah. I'm sad, I know, yeah.
Okay, so he's interesting. He's full of surprises. Isn't
Yes, he is. He is, man.
So you have a song that's in this sort of jingle format, and you have these sort of disturbing lyrics. You know what I mean? It's just sort of I think a common theme that we're going to be seeing here, and it looks like it's been a common theme for X throughout his career, is how he deals with depression. You know what I mean? And I think a lot of kids seem to identify with that, being in just being depressed. Mm-hmm. And he seems to be a prominent figure in hip hop that really attacks depression, or at least discusses depression.
And I think really he's just kind of saying his heart's broken, right? And I think he's speaking to a lot of people that feel that way, right? When you're in love, you feel like, are you suicidal? But one thing I want to bring up, George, real quick, is he said, I think a broken heart is contagious, right? I won't fix, I'd rather weep. I think that is dope because a lot of people feel that way.
Yeah.
I'd rather just sit around and weep than to get up and fix the problem.
And deal
right?
with it.
Right.
Yeah, that's
you
the
know what I
point.
mean? And I thought that was really cool. When he said that, I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I kind of feel that.
I just like the fact that we're seeing someone address these things.
Yep. Okay.
You know, whether or not I feel like it's coherent enough or it's clear enough is another story. But the fact that he's even
mentioning
something
exactly.
depression,
Yeah, exactly.
we don't come from that. We come from the era where that's looked at as a sign of weakness.
Yeah.
And quite frankly,
that's a sign of strength.
to be able to express that.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So you got to appreciate it. And I think that's one of the reasons why, you know, he has the youth.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he has the youth in the palm of his hands because a lot of kids can relate to that.
Absolutely.
These kids are teenagers.
Yep.
They're going through
That's a good point.
changes. They're going through puberty. They're experiencing social bullying on social media, and they don't know how to deal right with these sort of negative feelings and thoughts that they're going through.
That's true.
And he's providing some sort of outlet for that, and he's making them understand like, yo, it's okay to feel sad, right? It's okay to have these feelings. So that's what I'm getting from this.
Yep.
And what I'm getting from the project overall is he's not afraid to showcase that, hey, I'm feeling something.
Yeah.
All right, man, we're going to get into number 5. The remedy of for a broken heart looks like. So, all right,
Okay, so
remedy for a broken heart.
Yeah, so he showed us how to feel sad when your heart is broken, suicidal,
Right.
and here's a remedy for that.
Here's
right?
how we fix it. Here's how we mend
All right,
a
yep.
broken heart.
Steady tryna maintain same things that a blow bitch mainframe. My brain can't fathom what the he say, she say, how about me say, get a V say, headed to the islands, ASAP. What's that on my shorty wrist? That's an AP. What is money really worth if it ain't love? I'ma find a perfect balance, it's gonna take time.
Okay, let's talk about it.
Yeah.
I'm rocking with the sort of the crooning in the background, right?
Yeah.
I like how that feels. Right. I like that. That feels something. That makes me feel something.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Is the best way that I can describe that.
And I will say, I think that most people look to money as a remedy, and I think that's what he's kind of exuding here. But
Yeah.
but we'll see.
Mix a little bit of weed with a little bit of cash, with a little bit of this, with a little bit of that. We gon' be all, we gon' be all, we gon' be all, we gon' be all. Mix a little bit of weed with a little bit of cash, with a little bit of this, with a little bit of that. We gon' be all, we gon' be all.
He's saying maybe that's he's using all the wrong things perhaps
Right.
to heal a broken heart instead of really dealing with those feelings head on.
Yep.
Mix a little bit of weed, a little bit of cash.
Yep.
You know, so interesting. Okay. I thought he actually was gonna have like an actual remedy.
Yeah.
I am falling for you, falling for you.
It didn't sound bad, man.
No,
it didn't sound bad.
It
I've
didn't.
actually, again, I've been entertained throughout this entire project so far. Right up here in the lyrics, he says, "I'm gonna find a perfect balance." Like, what's money really worth if it ain't love? I'm gonna find a perfect balance. It's gonna take time, and I think that's what he's getting around to in this song when he says "remedy for a broken heart." I guess the remedy is finding a balance.
Perfect balance.
Thought it wasn't bad actually.
Yeah. Not too bad.
But like you in the face of God, know to be fixed the fake fuck I. If I hit up your daddy, nigga, you best slide. If you told him that pistol, nigga, you best fight. If you shoot that shit at me, nigga, I best die. Fucking off the century, you catch a clock, bitch, you not equipped with that. This is what we talking shit. Only can make this AK-47 and got kickback.
Bitch, I'm drilling your neighbor at Best Buy. If I hit up your daddy, nigga, you best slide. If you toting that pistol, nigga, you best ride. So this is just, I think he's taking you through a slew of different emotions, man. You know, he took you through loneliness, sadness, now it's anger, and he just wants you to feel him. He wants you to feel how he feels, you know, through his music.
Yep.
You know,
So he
so
say, if you shoot at me, nigga, I best die.
you better kill me.
Cause I'm a motherfucking narcissist. Yeah, he's going off.
All right.
He's going off. And he changes his style all the time, you know, so.
Yeah, he's throwing everything at us.
Yeah.
The kitchen sink,
Yeah.
the motherfucking kitchen cabinet, everything's being thrown at us. You know, obviously he sort of planted the seed in his instruction manual in the introduction. But
So I think I finally figured out what the name of the album, why it's called question mark, is whatever you want to call it.
Yep.
Whatever you want to call it that.
Yep.
That's really what it is.
It's just the guy. He can't be categorized.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You don't know what this is.
Yeah.
What is it? You know what I mean? It's just a guy that's, again, he's taking you through
all these slew of emotions.
That's it.
Yeah.
He's taking you through these emotions, man. So that was obviously anger. You know what I'm saying? And maybe that's a good song for the kids, man. Maybe they use that to kind of vent. You know what I mean? Same thing, what you could say, because we do metal on this channel. A lot of our metalheads, they say that metal is a good outlet for what you're going through, what you're experiencing in life. It's a good outlet to let out the anger and the frustration of the rigors of life. You know what I mean? So I can see that being more of a venting song for the kids. So, all right, yeah, let's get into number 7, Numb.
And every single year, drowning in my tears, I'm drowning in my tears again.
Yeah, man. Again, he has a knack for catching you with his melody. Melody is universal. We've said this before on this channel. It's such a powerful universal element in music. And again, like if you're lacking in a lot of different areas, it could be a band-aid for that. It really can. Man.
Yeah, it's not bad.
I like how it sounds. I like how it sounds. I like the melody. I like the
little chorus breakdown.
I like that. I like the bridge.
Yeah.
Sounds like something Coldplay would probably, you know what I mean, probably make. But I get it. Again, I just don't know if he's articulating what it means to feel numb. And I just would like him to give us a little bit more in terms of layering in the lyricism to give us the feeling of what it feels like to be numb.
Right.
You know, he's drowning in his tears again. You know, he's sad. You know what I mean? But numbness is not necessarily sadness. Right. What does it feel to be numb? You know what I mean? I would like him to just be a little bit more articulate and give us a little bit more depth. But he's just, to me, he's nailing the melody.
Yeah, he is.
I think I think he's doing a really good job in terms of just creating an ambiance, creating a feeling.
And you know what? To your point, I'm gonna go back to what you've been saying, man. These are little snippets of what these emotions he's trying to convey. And I really think this is a demo tape, was what we used to call it, for melody.
Yes, it could
like I really think that that's what it is. I mean, and
a reference track.
Right. Like, man, you know.
These sound like they could be dope reference tracks for an artist to use to expound on.
Exactly.
All right, number 8, Infinity 888, featuring Joey Badass. Let's get it.
I'm as real as they come, they feel it get numb. You think you got a little buzz, so now you can't get stung. I keep a razor blade tucked on me under my tongue. Don't let me have to tell these niggas about the city I'm from. It's Brooklyn.
I just love Joey Badass's style, man. You know, he's street dude, and the way he raps, you know, you can feel that he's about that. You know what I mean? You can just feel that. I just love his style, man.
Traditional, throwback, vintage, 90s style.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Which is, you know, a major part of the fascination with Joey Badass, so.
Might be best to protect your neck or profess your debt to the God, he might bless y'all.
Murder these flows like I murder these hoe ass niggas. What the fuck is your energy, bro? Make your nigga deep throw the desert ego. Lift you try me like a whole pussy, boy, that's on my soul.
The beat is hard.
Yeah,
this beat is hard.
Yeah, this is like a New York beat right here.
You know,
this is like
catnip for old heads.
Yeah. I like that analogy.
Yeah, you got us with this one. This is a sure bet for old niggas, man. That's a fact. Shut y'all old asses up real quick. Let's put this 90s beat in here.
Hey, traveling through the infinity, you know that nigga pretend to be, all that bullshit do not get to me, I am spirit and entity, you don't want to suck on my energy, I am the realest since Kennedy, you pussy ass niggas fucking suck, you sound the same, I spit with pain, that's why the young niggas feel the same, they know I bang, I pull a fucking pistol out the range and act insane.
Yup. Yeah, you know what I heard immediately from this, George? Is how clear he sounded.
Yeah.
Like his sound was so clear that he was, you know, pronouncing every single word clearly. And so, which lets me know that he can do that. This was fire to me. I like this a lot.
I like this one too.
Spend years at the crib, so I don't feel the pain no more. I don't feel the pain no more. I gotta get it how I live, so I don't feel the pain no more. Yeah, I don't feel the pain no more.
Yeah, that's his move. Yeah.
Yeah, that was hot.
Yeah.
I like that one.
That to me,
I love the energy on that.
Yeah.
I love the flow from both those dudes. Joey had a really dope guest appearance on that. I thought the beat was hard.
Yeah.
I thought that horn in the beat was dope. That was hard.
Yeah, yeah.
That was hard. So what is he giving us so far? A little bit of punk rock, maybe a little bit of folk, right? You know
Yeah, a little bit of everything.
A little bit of rap, a little hip hop, you know? So he's throwing the kitchen sink at us. You know what I'm saying? Cool.
Show opening the entire repertoire.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man.
All right, man, let's get into number 9, Going Down.
Yeah. Going down, it's going down. Going down, it's going down. Oh my God, shawty think she, oh my God, yeah, yeah. Oh my God, shawty think she, oh my God. She roll my girl like a biker, I am the shit need a diaper, I eat a pussy like rice and egg. Not no dope like rice and egg. When I go, I feel like fight and egg. She pulled it.
No, sir.
Yeah, yeah.
There's no redeeming qualities for this song. No.
Hands on no smoke, he don't want no cancer. Go get your pants on.
You don't want no smoke, you don't want no cancer.
Going down. Oh my God, shawty think she, oh my God.
That was painful.
That was terrible.
That was painful.
That was just terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now lyrically, there was no direction, no meaning whatsoever, no anything. There was no feeling of anything that I felt. I don't know.
Other than it was horrible.
It was just terrible. Lyrics terrible. Beat was annoying. You know what I'm saying? His voice was annoying. I did not like this song.
And you know what, guys?
And I don't even think it.
It doesn't even go with the record.
Yeah, I know he's not trying to go like 100%. I want to make a cohesive project.
Right.
It's more about the feeling. But I don't see how that song
Yeah,
even made the album cut. I don't understand what he was trying to do with that song. Besides just make a catchy joint that you can bang in a car. That's the only thing I can. What were you trying to accomplish with that? That was just terrible. Terrible lyricism. Terrible everything.
And you know, guys, man, and I'm not gonna be too long-winded with this, but we try to not use words like terrible.
That was
and
terrible. That was terrible. We're not. Nah.
But man, that was painful.
Basura.
So speaking of painful, the next song is ironically called Pain, right?
Hopefully it's not painful to our ears like you guys do. All right, let's get into it. Pain equals best friend.
This sounds like someone that's just, you know, we're gonna do a jam session. Let's just rock out. You know what I mean? Let me grab my guitar, man, and then let's just do what we feel. What comes natural.
This is like pop folk to me as well. If I had to assign a genre to it feels like a poppy folk type of song. You know, some shit that Taylor Swift could whip up in the studio. You know
right.
But it speaks to his ability to hear that.
Yep.
It speaks to his ability to be able to capture that type of feeling, right? To capture the feeling of a pop song, to capture a feeling of a hardcore 90s hip-hop song, to capture a feeling of an alternative punk rock type of vibe as well, right? So that's a talent.
That takes talent.
A talent.
That takes talent, man.
Yeah, shout out to Travis Barker on the drums.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Shout out to him, Travis Barker from Blink 182.
Yeah, man.
I do know that. You know, I like how the drums came in.
Yeah, I do too.
I thought that sounded dope.
I do too.
Okay. Pain will always be my best friend. Pain is something that's always something he's gonna have to deal with. It looks like
Always. Everyone's got to deal with that.
Yep. So again, you know, it is a feeling.
Yep.
It is a feeling. You know, and even when he sort of let out that cry at the end, don't cry.
Yeah.
Right. He's just yelling at the top of his lungs. Pain will always be my best friend. You know what I mean? It's something that you have to accept.
Yep.
And deal with and learn accept and learn how to cope with, I guess. You know what I mean? And I liked the drum work at the end with Travis Barker, how he included that in there. And I even thought the chords. Again, I thought the melody and the chords. I thought his melody was good.
Yeah, it was
You know
cool.
what I mean? So again, I can get really specific on this just being a snippet and him not really articulating himself. I think that's a common theme, articulating his thoughts and with more depth. But I think he captured a feeling.
Yep,
You know what I mean?
absolutely.
All right, man. So we got looks like dollar signs.
Dollar signs.
Yeah. Number 11 dollar signs. Let's get it.
Yeah, man.
Get money, yeah, yeah. Get money, yeah. Get money,
Playboy Cardi.
yeah, yeah. Like ooh, like ooh, like ooh, ooh. Why you gotta sleep on my groove? Ooh,
You do. I knew you was gonna say that. I knew you was gonna say that.
This shit is doo-doo.
I knew you were gonna say that. I knew you were gonna say doo. I thought you was gonna say boo boo. I thought you was gonna be like boo boo.
Tomato. Either or will work for this song. What are you trying to fulfill with this one, man? Just make a catchy song. That's what it is. It's uninspired. You know, it's uninspired. It has no depth. It has no anything. You know,
Yeah.
where's the artistry in this? I don't see it.
Well, hopefully, the lyricism, you know, when he gets into his verse, maybe it'll be a little bit better.
ooh. Get money, yeah, yeah. Get money, yeah, yeah.
There we go, man. You don't like that right there?
Get money, yeah, yeah.
This is angering me. I'm getting angry listening to this song.
I'm getting dumber. By this.
Yeah.
It's just dumbing me down. Like,
IQ dropping
Yeah.
by the second.
Like the pussy like I'm Jason, fuck on my face,
Play the pussy like I'm
1-0 like the Matrix, nigga try me, I tell I to go get you. Fuck around, I keep up like the witch. I want your auntie, your grandma, your sister. I eat the pussy for breakfast and dinner.
Like ooh, like ooh.
All right, that's enough.
Yeah. But wouldn't you think he would be talking about making money? That's the name of the song, right? But the chorus is get money, but he's talking about, you know, eating girls out, right? And, you know, niggas is jealous, right? Well, I mean, I guess, you know, you can kind of associate that with making money, but
You can. It's a reach, though.
but I mean, there's nothing that even goes with the title of the song.
We don't have to explain.
So, but yeah.
That song, that's just not a good song. There's nothing redeeming about that. If you want to say you like the beat, you like the beat. But that, in terms of its totality, lyrically, it was terrible. I don't see the feeling. I don't even feel like it fits cohesively at all with the album. I don't know what he was trying to accomplish with this, other than just to make a catchy song just to throw on the album.
Right.
All right. So let's get to the next joint.
one. Yep.
The number 12, Love Yourself.
What you doing?
I love the guitar sound. Yup.
Palm muting, perhaps?
You trying
Yeah, he's just crooning, freestyling.
He's just cool.
Having a good time.
And
And
you know-
he does a good job at that.
Yes, he does.
I really think that this is his pocket.
That's his lane.
I feel like out of all the experimenting he's
Yep.
doing, you know, or just out of all the things that he's been showing us, I feel he's his strongest when he has this sort of acoustic guitar.
Yep.
And he's just crooning. You know
Yep.
what I mean? Because his melody game,
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice.
he just needs to, you know, put some lyricism in that. He needs to give us some good lyricism to go along
to
with it.
accommodate that. Yeah, to kind of compliment that. But I think one thing that I think this sounds like if you were in a club, like a little blues lounge, this would be fire.
I like it.
This would be fire.
I like
think
this. I
that'd be
like
cool.
this as an interlude. This is cool.
Yeah,
Okay.
you know.
All right, number 13, Smash. Looks like you got P&B Rock on this joint. Let's get into it.
Orange Spanish don't really like a lemonade. I put Cartiers all over my bitch's face. She just got a pair all because a nigga paid. Put her in the past cause you know I smashed. Yeah, I smashed, yeah.
You know what though? It sounds kind of fly. Though.
It doesn't sound bad. I was about to say, it doesn't sound bad to me.
This one is.
This don't
I
sound
get it.
bad.
I get it. It has a sort of a young fly vibe to it, right?
Yep.
And the melody again. I like his melody on it.
Yes. Yep.
That is like one of the common denominators that I'm seeing here throughout most of the songs.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
His ability to capture you and captivate you rather with melody.
Yep.
You know?
Absolutely.
You know, I get it.
She like Cardi friends, sweet like candy canes. If I'm Superman, she my Lois Lane. Gucci everything, Louis everything. Had to cut her off, she sniffs too much cane.
That's hot.
So surprised.
I I get it.
That's his forte.
I
That
get it.
P&B
Rock.
Rock, yeah, that's that sound.
Yeah.
That's his sound.
Yeah.
And I think that sounds cool.
I think it's fly.
Yeah.
I think this is fly. They're saying nothing.
Right, yeah.
They're saying absolutely nothing, but it's fly. The melody's
Yep.
fly. Auto-tune and all.
Yep.
Auto-tune and all. It's fly.
You know,
Yeah.
and he's killing it. That's his pocket.
So this will be the bullshit playlist. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Songs that I know aren't technically good songs, but I get it. It's fly. It's something that can
Yep.
just sound fly playing it well. I get it.
Yep.
It's cool. I get it.
Cool.
Shout out to P&B Rock. Though when he came in, I think he took it to
Yeah,
a different level.
exactly.
His
Yep.
melody is dope.
Yep.
Shot for the run and smash.
That was hot.
Yeah. That music's going to
That's
me.
kinda
Yeah. Boom, boom. Yeah. It's hot. Yeah. Yeah, man. The beat was flying to me on that. You know what I mean? I'd bump that. I'd bump that.
That's
You know what I
that's
mean?
making a bullshit playlist.
Yep.
That's a fact. I'd like when P&B Rock came in on that joint melody wise.
Yep.
I thought he took it to a different level. You know
Just
what I'm
hot.
saying?
Just hot.
I like the his choice for how he structured that melody.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So I
Yep.
get it. And you gotta have an ear for the bullshit.
Yeah.
You gotta have an ear for that. You gotta
Yeah, you do.
understand.
You're right.
You gotta
You're right.
understand
You're right.
what's quality, and you have to have an ear for what's just hot. If you don't have that ear for hot, what you can't be in the industry.
Yes, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You can be a critic, you can be all you want, but if you want to somehow get into the industry of music, understand what appeals and what sells, because this is really just a song that's just purely about business.
Yep.
What's going to sell, what's going to
Exactly.
appeal to people.
Exactly.
You got to have that ear for what's hot, and that's just hot. You have,
It is.
You have to understand that. Shout out to both those
And I
gentlemen.
think he's got that. That, you know what I mean? I think X has that, don't get me wrong. And I think P&B Rock, though, like, really has that. That's his pocket.
All right, man, let's get into number 14. I don't even speak Spanish.
LOL.
Mami, está vente. Pide a la gente. Sé que tu cuerpo me pide.
That sound alright so
Sé
far.
lo que siente. La noche te prende. No te preocupes, me voy
Yeah, dude.
mayor. Girl, you know you got me feeling you the way you move. Baby, bring me close and let me
Dude, come on. That sound good to me. I don't know if you like it or not. I don't know if you making fun or you like. I like the way this sounds though. This shit sound good to me. I bumped this. Yeah, I don't know what they saying because I don't speak Spanish,
Hey,
but
for all of our Spanish speaking,
yeah.
so yo, hook us up. Let us know what this.
they could be saying all kinds of crazy shit. And I'm like, this shit sound good as hell.
You guys are fucking idiots for liking it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you like it because you like shit that's
Yep,
damn near
exactly.
the exact
Yep.
same. You know what I mean? So it's just a very generic, typical poppy Spanish club song. You know what I'm saying? So that's my thing about it. So it's not really impressing me, but I get why Ryan likes it.
Yeah, I like it though.
You know?
Play like a lullaby. Dance with me through the night. Back to mi casa. Rolling with a star, you could be my angel. Just back that booty up at the right time. Dance, you grabbing all of my pants. I'm kissing you in advance, baby, live it up.
Where is the X though? He's not even in the damn song, right? He just.
He said, fuck it.
Yeah.
I don't speak Spanish, so I'm going to let these dudes handle
Right,
it.
exactly.
Like,
That's an interesting take
Yeah.
for it to be your album and you're not even on the damn
just
track.
pick the beat and shit. Like, I do that thing.
Can I be feeling right?
Oh, there he is. This is it.
Oh, there he is. Yeah.
Okay.
That sounds good, dude.
I can't keep it down.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I get it, man. I get it. I get why this would go off in a club, you know, especially on Latin night and shit.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah, man. I like that, dude. You know what I mean? I think that sounds good. I could groove to that. I think I could see if we was in the club with, you know, chilling and, you know, just having a couple drinks and had your girl with you. Well, I would jam that. I think that's cool. That song makes me smile. I think it's a fun little, catchy little song, and
Yeah, I get it.
and I could groove to it.
I get that's gonna go off in a Latin club. That's gonna go off in a Latin club, and I thought, you know, for what it was. I mean, I've just heard it. This particular pattern, structure.
right.
I've just heard it 1,000 times. So it's not like I can put this on or any other
Yeah, I got you. I got
100
you.
Latin songs that I've heard before. So that's why it's just not doing anything for me. I guess my question is, does cohesion really matter in an album? That's like the critic thing to say, yeah, this album is cohesive. It needs one song needs to blend with the
it's
next
other
song.
one and all this shit,
Does that really matter? Like let's
I
just
don't
say
think so.
all the songs was hot. Let's just say they were all dope songs. Would you
wouldn't
like
give a
demerit
shit.
the album because it's not cohesive?
Nope.
I don't know. I don't know if that
wouldn't.
matters to me as much. I don't know if that holds that much weight in an album. And I say that because it's just it is all over the place,
Yep.
right? We got 90s hardcore hip hop, we got punk, we got folk, we got pop,
We got Latin.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So he's throwing everything at us. You know what I mean? So okay, cool. All right, let's get to changes.
Baby, I don't understand this. You're changing, I can't stand it. My heart can't take this damage. And the way I feel, can't stand it.
Yet again, this kid, man. Shout out to X for the melody, dude.
Yep.
He's just got it. He just has a knack for understanding what melody works, man. What melody will appeal to a wide range of people.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And trust me, it's not that easy, because if it was that easy, people would be making millions of dollars making catchy melodies.
Yep.
Not everyone can do that. That's why people get paid, at least in the 90s. Remember the jingles?
Yep.
For commercials?
Yep, exactly.
Those motherfuckers made money.
Yeah,
they made a lot of money making those catchy jingles.
Yep.
So if it's so easy, do it. Why? What the fuck? Make $1 million really easy. Just do that shit.
Yep.
Make an easy melody if it takes no talent. And the reason why I'm saying that is because people just think it's just bullshit.
Yeah, like,
and no, it's not.
It's not. It really,
Shout out to him, because melody is very powerful. Again, it's universal across all cultures,
absolutely,
all backgrounds, man. So that's a big deal.
Girl, you're making it hard for me. Girl, you're making it hard for me. Girl, you're making it hard for me.
Oh yeah, we forgot to say, P&B Rock obviously is on this one.
Yep.
P&B Rock is on this, so.
Baby, I don't understand.
You know what? The image I got in my head was them like using like one microphone.
Oh God. No, dude.
It's like they got one microphone and X and P&B Rock are like singing on two sides of the microphone.
Like some Heal the World shit back in the day. Heal the world.
Baby, I don't understand it. Alright.
Baby, I don't understand it.
To two things that I'm noticing in this album is there's typically feeling. I typically understand and I get the feeling and the vibe in each song, and I think he's kind of accomplishing that, creating a feeling, creating some sort of emotion.
Right.
And then also, of course, just the melody. You know what I mean? Those are the two things that I think he's doing really well with throughout this album. And it looks like someone's in his life. They're changing. Maybe there's distance between him and maybe an ex-girlfriend, whatever the case may be. And this is the feeling of it. Like he can't stand it. His heart's being broken, I guess, as a result of the distance. So, again, snippets, not really, to me, articulated
not a
as
full
well.
Song, though.
Not a song, a snippet. Yeah. And that's kind of where he's falling short. That's the other side of the coin, is he's not really articulating his thoughts in a way that I feel would really enhance the album.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I get it.
But all in all, he killed it with the melody on that.
Yep.
All right, guys, let's get to the next one. We're going to do Hope.
Rest in peace to all the kids that lost their lives in the Pkwy shooting. This song is dedicated to you.
That sample is hard already. I like that sample. Okay, so rest in peace to all the kids that lost their lives in the Parkland shooting. So this is concerning the school shooting in Florida.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, she keep calling every single night. Yeah, no, I don't mind, cause I'm cute and right. Oh, no, to God, I ain't no mind. So, what you say? Feeling good, I'm feeling great. Tired of the fucking hate. Stacking cheese all on my plate.
Yo, I like the beat. I like this beat. I like that sample that they're using in that, because the sample has a feeling, right?
Yes.
A feeling of sort of sadness.
Yep.
In it, and I really like that sample. But when he said, "Tired of the fucking hate, stacking cheese all on my plate," this has to do with the Parkland shooting.
Right. And
I just don't understand why he would say tired of the fucking hate, stacking cheese all on my plate. What? So just again, he's not really coherent. He has sort of it seems like a subject matter that he wants to express, but he doesn't really do a good job of articulating that. Right. It seems like, but this is just a chorus. But I don't understand why he would even say stacking cheese on my plate. Right. What does that have to do with the victims of the Parkland shooting? Is what my question is.
Exactly.
But the melody, I think, is great. And the feeling of this, it feels it's a feeling of sadness that I'm feeling. So
outside my misery, I think
this sounds fire.
He's killing it.
A way of envisioning a better life for the rest of us. The rest of us. I don't wanna die, yeah. No, I'm not a riot. I might start a riot. I'm so fucking tired, yeah. So, what you say? Feeling good, I'm feeling great. Tired of the fucking day. Stacking cheese all on my plate.
I
Same
love this.
thing.
The sample was fire. You know what I'm saying? I love the bridge. Ryan was saying that he really liked
Yeah, that bridge.
the bridge. So when he said so outside my misery, I think I'll find a way of envisioning a better life for the rest of us. Right, that part right there was really like incredibly well written in terms of the melody.
Exactly.
The melody was really gripping right there in the bridge.
Yeah,
it really took it to a different level.
It did.
So I did feel something. I just don't understand some of the lyricism here. I just don't think that it really drove home. I don't know if
the victims.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And what happened. You know what I mean? And how the feelings of
those victims are.
Right.
You know what I
right,
mean?
right.
How those victims felt, the families of those victims.
And he could have went really deep with that. I think the way that he approached it was very surface. Very surface level. Didn't want to get too
The
deep.
entire album has been just a surface level, incoherent sort of way of displaying lyricism. You know what I mean? And that's where that is a big area that he can improve on. But he's young. But the kid is like what, 19?
Something like that, yeah.
So or 20. I don't know how. Let us know how old X is, but. That's something that I think, does he need to do? No. He's still going to be successful, looks like, regardless. But if he wants to become a better artist, a more complete artist, he needs to really hone in on lyricism and really show us depth, show us introspection, but be clever, show us intelligence. You know what I mean? Give us all of it. That's what makes a great lyricist. I mean, but he killed the melody.
Yeah.
All right, man. So we're going to get into schizophrenia.
Voices in your head. Let's just change it for a minute, make your own.
There's another mind deep in me. No one's gone into me. Us in the other side plentifully. To the end, I'll fight.
Don't give up, don't give up, don't give up, don't give up, don't give up.
This is fire.
Think so?
It's fire. This one, I like this one.
Think so?
I like this one. When you think of schizophrenia, you think of someone who is sort of losing their take on reality, right? Their perception of reality is skewed. And I like him when he says, "Don't give up, don't give up." It looks like he's saying, "I'll fight to the end." You know what I mean? This is someone, the real person inside, right? The person who's sane seems like at least this is the way I'm interpreting it. It seems like the person that's sane is lost. He's lost in his own mind. And he's trying to find a way out. He's trying to get back in touch with reality. So, you know what I mean? So he's trying to fight it. And I think he's capturing the feeling actually very well. You know what I'm saying? I think he's capturing the feeling well.
Gotcha.
So, okay.
And I agree with you. I think he is capturing the feeling very well, but I don't like the song. This is crazy. But that's the point.
Yep.
That's the point. The point is supposed to be
unorthodox, abstract,
contradicting,
crazy.
and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, and your internal fight and struggle and back and forth, and that kind of makes sense. Yeah. So he's capturing that great, but I don't like it. No.
Let's keep it going. Yeah, I'm fucking with that one.
Okay.
Yeah. That was solid. I actually like that one. I really liked the creativity in that one. I thought he was really creative. And again, I felt it. I felt someone fighting for their sanity. You know, in that one. So, not bad. All right, man. So it looks like we're getting to the last song here before I close my eyes.
Before me down to sleep, pray the Lord my soul to keep. Hope's not too late for me.
It's beautiful. This is beautiful to me. Dude. Melody, beautiful.
Yep.
How he wrote this is just, it's beautiful. It feels like an outro. It feels like
an ending.
An ending to,
this is what
an LP.
You say that the Lord's Prayer when you go to sleep, right?
And it almost feels like it's almost he's floating away into the distance, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm liking this.
Changing in the distance, time consumes our image. Before I lay me down to sleep, I pray the Lord my soul to keep. Hope's not too late for me.
That was beautiful to me. That ending was beautiful. I thought that was very well written in terms of the melody. I thought he captured the emotion and the feeling of an ending, maybe maybe there's hope, right?
Yep.
The feeling of maybe hope. There's light at the end of the tunnel.
Yep.
And I thought that was a perfect ending to a fucking wild ride of an album.
Yes.
That album was
Yes, it
all
was.
over the place.
It was, yep.
But that was beautiful. And he has moments of brilliance.
Yeah,
He
I
does.
get it. He does.
And that's what his fans fight for. They fight for that. They're like, no, he's talented. He's got it. He's got it. But the people who are used to conventional way of sort of deciphering music and looking at music, and I admit I'm a little bit more on the conventional side for what I look for. They look at X as a work in progress. He's a work in progress.
He's a wild card.
He is. He
You
is.
know?
But I couldn't completely understand why he is so popular.
Yes.
He's a polarizing figure.
He is.
What did I think of the album? A couple joints on here I like, man. You know, I like a couple joints. I like Smash. Smash is gonna make the playlist. I like Hope. I think Hope is hard. I like Alone. I think Alone is hard. And I like Before I Close My Eyes. Those are the tracks that I felt. Were they necessarily good songs?
Right, yeah.
I don't know. Oh yeah, and Infinity 88 with Joey Badass.
Yeah, that
I like
was hot.
I like
Yeah,
that one. So he's got songs on here that I can listen to.
Yeah,
Again,
absolutely. Absolutely.
I just think that this is sort of a rough draft. A rough draft skeleton of an album.
Yes.
It's short songs, not very coherent lyricism. You know what I mean? Not really the mixed messaging or the messaging not completed.
It's just not clear.
Unfinished.
Yeah.
It's unfinished. Not a lot of clarity there.
Yeah.
He's just a work in progress, but he's got talent. I don't think anyone can deny that. You know, but it's just not a complete album to me. This is a rough draft full of sort of reference tracks with moments of brilliance. The melody crushed it.
Yeah.
Crushed the melody on a lot of the songs. Like I said, the outro was excellent. I like Smash. I like Hope, and I like the feeling. I think that he accomplished feeling in a lot of these songs. The songs typically that I like. So, I'm gonna, you know, it was okay. It was okay. Not necessarily what I would say a good album is, but it's very captivating and entertaining. That's for sure. You know, I mentioned that X is a polarizing figure, right? He's sort of all over the place, right? With his thoughts, he's all over the place with his behavior. And I think that just is a relatable thing. Kids relate to this. When you were young, when you were a teenager, you were trying to figure life out. You didn't know what was going on.
Right.
These emotions, these feelings, when you're in relationships, you didn't know how to deal with heartbreak. You didn't know how to deal with trials and tribulations. You were growing.
Right.
You know, you're trying to become a man or a woman, right? You don't know. And I think that's what this album is in a nutshell. It's all over the place. It speaks from a young kid's perspective, trying to figure it all out, trying to figure out how to deal with these depressing feelings and emotions. And these kids can relate to that. You know what I mean? They can relate to the feeling of sort of hopelessness, a feeling of just being lost. And that to me, more than anything, speaks to why I feel like he is just a polarizing figure that has the youth in the palm of his hands.
Yep.
Because they can relate to it. They can relate to not knowing how to deal with these feelings. And it's an outlet. These kids use this album as a means to cope with what they're experiencing. So kudos to him for that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Kudos to him for that. So I just want to end it on that. So salute to X Man for providing that, you know, for these kids.
But yeah, man, I agree with you. I think that's a really good point that you make. I think he really speaks to this generation. And I think he's creative. To get back to the album, I think he's creative. To give him some kudos, he's creative. Melody is dope. I think he had moments of shine there. I think he's very talented. I just know it doesn't speak to me personally.
Yeah.
But I can see the brilliance and I can see the talent that it takes in this.
And really the potential.
Right.
The potential of something. He's a work in progress.
Yes.
This is a skeleton of something that could be great.
Yes.
Right? A more complete finished body of work. You take the melody.
Yep.
You know, you take sort of the feeling, the emotion that he's able to give you with his music, and you add some incredible lyricism, and you really take away some of these ridiculous cuts like Going Down, which was terrible.
Yeah.
And the Money Sign joint, which was just horrible. I mean, you take away some of these just, to me, pointless tracks, and you keep the feeling, you keep the emotion, and you add some in-depth lyricism, you add to it. Now we're talking about something. Now we talking about somebody that can really be
a
great artist for years to come.
Absolutely.
And really leave his footprint on the game.
Absolutely.
So,
but I mean, don't you think, to kind of piggyback off that, don't you think that he could partner with somebody else or collabo with someone else?
I think he could benefit from it.
Right, you know what I'm saying? And I think that because he's got melody, like you said, man, melody goes a long way. And even if he said, you know what, I'm going to stop doing albums altogether and I'm going to write melodies only. Dude, you can kill that. But not to say that he should do that. But my point of saying that
That'd be a dope idea though.
I think so.
Put an EP out and just call it Emotion. And all you do is croon, no lyrics, just emotion, and it just takes you through a swirl of emotions.
That'd be hot.
I think that'd be dope.
That would be hot too.
Yo, X, fuck with us on.
Yeah, you gotta cut us a check. And I'm just joking. No, but anyway, man.
So that's it, guys.
That's it.
So that's it.
That's the first one down.
First
finally.
one.
That took us like 2 hours.
This
guys.
is a
Off
long
camera. This took us 2 hours.
So we got to get more efficient.
Yeah.
We got to be more efficient, and that's it. So like I said, we're not gonna grade it. I'm just gonna say it was entertaining, work in progress.
Yep.
Salute to X on this one. Salute to all you guys who requested that one. And that's it. That's the end of the video, guys.
Yep.
If you enjoyed it, please hit the like button. If you have subscribed, please subscribe. Las Vegas, George, Ryan. We out.